Recording. I'm going to do a hack, and I'm going to hopefully gather every single bit of data I can. So what I'm using is I'm using Kali Linux as the attack machine, and then I'm going to use a Windows Server 2012 as the victim. There is nothing special running on the Windows Server 2012. I do have a bunch of people logged into their accounts, and I have Splunk capturing the data. So once this gets up and going, should be recording everything I do. So let me go back to the Kali machine, and we'll start from there. So first I need to figure out what my IP address is. It's as follows. Okay, so going to make a new window, and I'm going to just start the attack. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a backdoor program that is Windows and so the host I made is 142, which is this machine, and then the port I want to listen to on is 8080, and I'm going to put this backdoor file in the temp folder. Let's just give it a funny name like iTunes. I'll just keep it simple. But you can name it whatever you want. It takes a little bit for it to create the file. So now I'm going to go out to the temp folder. And as you can see, it now showed up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create like a web server. On 8000. And now it should be up and running. So now I'm going to make a new terminal, and I'm going to start Metasploit. Okay. So what this is it's basically like a net, so that when they click on this file, it will allow me to respond to them and capture like the communication between us. I'm going to set a payload. It just takes it a second to catch up. Set the host to the Kali Linux machine. And the listening port. Oops. Make sure that they took the options. So they did. And I'm going to tell it to exploit. So while that's started, I'm going to go now to this machine. Actually, I don't want to do it on that. I want to do it on Firefox. And go to the web server. Save it to the disk. Where's that save to? Okay. Gonna open the file, which as you can see it does nothing on this end, but on this side it captured it. So now I'm inside basically the machine. So there's some things I have to do here. I have to get system, and then I'm going to look at the processes running, and I want to migrate to a more powerful process. I'm going to go to the SQL writer. It's usually towards the top. Alright, so there's writer. It's 1468. So I'm going to migrate to that process. Which it migrated, and now I'm going to load a program that captures all the password credentials that are in RAM. And there. As you can see, it grabbed all the passwords that were in RAM. And I want to pretty much just stop there. That is pretty much it. Now let's hopefully this captured everything that took place. And I can at least maybe see what the hack has done. So I'm going to stop the recording from there because the hack is over.